Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Week 1 KVKL Defending Champions Super Pod. Directly to my left, Jason Cougar Huang.
You know, I can smell the adult room from across the street where the movie gallery used to be. I used to work at.
What?
Yeah, there's a movie gallery rental store. I used to be across the street.
You're so old.
What's that?
You're so old.
I am old. Late fees and all.
Retired.
Oh, not the team, but the actual late fees.
To his left, Angela, the Impaler Finch.
All time.
Hi.
Directly to her left, Seth Super Sports Sanchez.
Cougar, is there a reason you're not wearing your headphones? You're just just not going to participate today?
No,
okay.
I had to adjust it for my big old head.
Oh, okay. We got you.
It's still too small.
His ears barely fitted them. And last but certainly not least, the defending Twain champion representing the Honey Badgers, Kenny Killa Caberline.
Too many K's, bro. Too many K's.
No, I had to put 2 killas so there were 4 Ks.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
That's okay.
There was thought behind that. There was 2 killas.
All right, okay. What's up?
So we've got quite a slew of reviews here this week. A lot of hot DMs that came firing in from all angles. So we're just going to start right off getting into week 1. YSC 1 at 5 p.m. Johnny sends KBC into a tropical depression, 12-3. Cougar, you were there. Tell me what you thought about this game.
Well, we knew our Tropics knew it'd be a tough game against a top 5 team like Johnny's, and of course, tough schedule coming up because Ward thinks that the Tropics are good. So the challenge is right there. Kept it tight for the most part. You know, Johnny's got their runs early and late, and they just pulled away. I mean, they're a really good team. Tropics, they could kick better, and of course, my captain Ryan Pendry, if you want to come and talk about it, could expunge on exactly what happened. Ryan, no, you don't want to talk about it?
Come on down.
Gosh damn it!
No, Mr. Pendry, I do remember last week there were some bold statements laid out preseason. Not necessarily bold statements, just that KBC was going to come out and prove a lot of people wrong. I think, honestly, on paper, that this game kind of went more towards my expectations of it. I'd like to know what Mr. Pendry thought, how the team played. I didn't personally get to see it. We can only hear what Cougar has to say and not believe him for forever. So,
Come on down, Ryan. Here's my captain.
Hey.
Hi.
it's me.
Johnny's good. I mean, yeah.
As proven by the video?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, on a side note, what do you guys, are you going to be coaching up your catcher this week on perhaps like standing still prior to the kick?
Yeah,
Like, I don't know if it was just me, but I saw the video, hit play, and within 2 kicks was like, man, this guy's, he's moving a lot.
Yeah, no, he's brand new, so I'm in the outfield, Matt's at third base, so
It's Matt's fault.
Well, he's not watching the catcher.
No.
Matt's watching the ball.
It's Cougar's fault.
Willis wasn't the one doing it.
Willis
we
wasn't
had
catching.
2. Yeah, we had 2 different ones.
Yeah, that's why I didn't know. I knew he was one of your new players. So
Yeah, I
didn't-
said something to him, so he knows. He played well though. I mean,
Yeah.
he got out there. He just didn't know, so I was like, yeah, sorry, that's my bad more than anything.
Yeah. By the way, credit to Marcus Reynolds for doing the video over there, YC1. I mean, he got permission from myself and Michael from Johnny's to do it. It's our blessing. And great job by Marcus doing that. Fantastic job. There was a play, controversial, that hit Shane in the back of the head. 4 minutes, 36 seconds. He went to third base. I was in the dugout. The first base ref did not make a call. And he just ran. I was like, so was he out? Is he safe? Did it hit his head? What's going on? As soon as Shane reached third base, the home plate umpire asked the first baseman, what's the call? And then he signaled out. I was like, you waited all this time to make a call? It was weird. It was like, okay.
Quick quick point of clarification on that, because I had to go look in the rules after that. If it hits them in the head, obviously they're safe, but it's not a dead ball. Like
it's a
the ball
delayed.
is still
It's a
live.
delayed dead ball.
Yeah.
And I was under the impression that the neck also counted. It was anything above the shoulders.
Yeah, above
it
the
should
shoulders.
be, okay.
Yeah. So, but the only time that you would have to use any sort of real judgment on that is if they're ducking down to get out of the way of the ball and they get hit with the head. Other than that, like, to me at least, I could see why the first base umpire didn't make a call on it.
So when you say
because they probably didn't have that
when you
angle.
say delayed dead ball, I guess I'm not exactly sure what that means. Like they can advance to the next base.
Yeah,
The
so
ball's still alive.
it becomes at the end of the play technically a dead ball due to that play, but it's a delayed dead ball. It's kind of like if there is an interference while you're base running, you're not going to call time.
Right.
It's a delayed dead ball
So
advancement of bases.
If that runner had tried to take second on that and they got thrown out at 2, like on a clean play, would they be safe?
They would be
1?
safe at 1.
At 1? Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
And that's like one of those screwy times where it's like, oh well, they advanced of their own fruition. It doesn't matter. It's a delayed dead ball at the point of which whatever foul or interference occurs.
Gotcha.
So you'd go back to that point, and then anything after that didn't happen.
Makes sense.
So
Say props if you can even hit Shane, because he's pretty fast.
yeah, very, very speedy.
Hi, friends. There was another call that I unintentionally was a part of that upset some of your topics. That Trey and I were watching. Johnny's player kicked to the third baseman, and it hit the third baseman and went into the dugout. And the kicker went to first, and then it was like no big deal. And Trey and I were like, whoa, 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 whoa. Because Trey is only my co-captain so that he can yell at refs, and he loves, like, he
That's
wears
what mine
that,
does, too.
He wears that hat all day Sunday now. And I can understand why the Tropics people were like, who are these fucks that are just trying to get this guy to go to second base? And it's like, well, first off, I thought that Marisa, like, slept with the rules under her pillow. Like, she's Mrs., like, she knows all of them. So I was surprised that she didn't immediately at third base know that the kicker got 2. So my point was, like, I understand it's annoying when a regular schmegular person like me is just like saying like, no, hold on, like that person needs to go to second base. But I just, in a perfect world, like the next time that happens and it could go the other way, like Tropics now know the rule, or like Marisa knows the rule now, or like I just would want the rules every week to go the same for everyone. Like,
I think everyone should just go learn the rules.
So yeah, so that
They're
was the
there.
one thing I did not mean to be a part of it. And then also Christina, shout out Christina for being like, why are you here? You hate Johnny's, but I'm. I just was upset about the forfeit that didn't need to be a forfeit, but it's a new year. Big Johnny's guy.
New Year, we're still talking about it.
Big Johnny's guy. Love. So shout out Christina for trying to be like, hey, you don't like us, but I do. It's a new year. I think they're gonna turn heads. So big Johnny's.
Johnny's
guy.
team just looks scary. You see
they
them,
are
like you go
scary.
see them. They have those tight shirts, and they're all just fucking huge. Man, I would say for Tropics, like you guys said, you had a new catcher come in. It's not a team I would ever put a new catcher in on. I watched that video, and they could have taken a lot more advantage of that. Probably buttoned up one a little more, but
Hey, it's only week 1. Get his
week
feet wet.
1, yeah, figure it out.
I mean, honestly, if I'm looking at their schedule, I feel, at least looking at it from a captain's point of view, I think it's the perfect game because, like Cougar has said, it's a prove it year.
Yeah.
This is one of the tougher games on their schedule, in my
Right,
opinion.
right.
So if you got a new catcher, I'm throwing him out there then because he's going to get at least 15 reps to throw to first
True.
before either it gets out of hand or he's going to be making plays to keep you in the game. So,
Yeah.
I mean, props to him for going out and making it through 9 innings of
Yeah,
what could have
absolutely.
been torture for a lot of people and a lot of teams.
No doubt. No doubt.
My commissioner, who made a 20-minute video on how to fill out the score sheet, just noticed, looking at the score sheet, that the refs didn't write down who they were in that game. So that's like the easiest part of the job. So next time, do better. Okay, that was from Lauren. Love ya.
Yeah.
Not only that, definitely watch that video because there is a lot of great information in it.
I would like to say I'd love to have that video. I played Johnny's week 3, and that for me, it's just a giant scouting report. So thank you, Marcus Reynolds. Thank you.
So moving on, we're going to go to YSC 1 at.
Sorry, making it better for everyone here.
At 7 p.m., Rick's Rollers cut back the Bald Beavers 15-0 in, at least numerically, our first run roll of the season, not statistically our first run roll of the season.
Right, and I ref this game on, and just was that it went it's a walk-off enough already game for Rick Rollers in the 7th inning. 7th inning, a walk-off. So and first year, as you know, my former teammate Jeff Moore's captain. And
Do you miss Jeff yet, Cougar?
Always miss Jeff. I need someone to yell at. So no, I'm kidding. No. My days of yelling are over. So no. Give the Rick Rollers credit. You know, with his first game, Jeff Moore as captain of getting it done. I will say that it's more bad Bald Beavers because they were on the struggle bus. It was bad. So, and I know they lost some players, but it's just week 1, but they gotta get their stuff together there. So,
You're telling me it was Bald Beavers if you take the L. Just bad all around.
yeah, it's more bad. It's not like they gave all the runs to Rick Rollers. They earned some of it, but they gave it a lot over to
Jeff, he's giving you no credit.
No, I'm not giving.
Come
you
flame
credit.
him.
Go ahead, Moore. Tell me if I'm wrong. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're wrong. You check out that speed, George. George got to second to home and left me to just bunt up on one. Then Steven just kicked one over left field's head harder than I ever seen him kick a ball. And that cleared the bases right there. So that team deserves a lot of credit. Abby Batten was awesome too. She had a lot of great kicks, and Marisa actually got on base a lot more. She started bunting this year, which she didn't do a whole lot last year, I believe. And yeah, so holler to the girls. They do awesome.
This is kind of a surprising result for Bald Beavers. Like, they were on the come up and maybe challenging for the top half of the league at the end of last year, and to get 15 spotted in the first week, not a good omen.
Yeah, I think it was a really big step back for them. Moving on, YSC 2 at 5 p.m. The 23rd Street eases and squeezes by bunt and grind 14-4. Anybody happen to catch any of that game? I did not. I mean, looking over the score sheets, it was dictated pretty early. It seemed like Screamers came out and set the tone and just really never looked back. Bunt and grind they spattered runners on base, but just couldn't get anyone, it seemed, past second.
23rd Street keeps racking up wins. I mean, I think last year they won 7 or 8 games.
8 games.
And here they are again, just going to keep putting them together. So good job by you.
I did talk to Richie that fortunately they were missing 2 or 3 players like late, call in for no shows are going to come in. So unfortunately, they didn't have their. Sean Edwards. By the way, SHAWN Edwards. The right way. Haha. Yeah, I know. He wasn't there for.
Imagine that they took a W.
Yeah. No, Bunt Grain lost.
Because he wasn't there.
Because he won there, obviously. So they were missing some players. So I had talked to Richie about it beforehand. So not the best result for BNG. So yeah.
I didn't catch the game. I did catch Ashley Sill from 23rd Street do an incredible worm before the game.
Yeah. There is video.
Very cool. She always does the worm before the game. Really inspiring.
We did have a couple notes on this game. Chelsea, the pitcher, caught a line drive with her knees and then threw out the runner from first, who took off at first contact. Raquel had a catch with a trap between their arms and knees. And Amanda at second base had a long stretch catch falling backwards into the outfield.
Sounds like the girls showed
It
out.
sounded like the ladies really held that game down, so way to go. Moving on, at YSC 2 at 7 p.m., the Sod Squad squeaks out a win against Young Spine, 9-7. On a side note, congratulations to AC on graduation. Cougar, you had some notes for us?
Yeah, this is from Adam, the captain for Sod Squad, used to be Drop Star, but he says, quote, "We played Young Spine, but we managed to keep them at arm's length. They have a lot of young, speedy guys. we were maybe probably only slightly more aggressive on the bases than they were, and that was probably the difference, quote unquote. That was from Adam Patterson of Sod Squad, the captain. So that's all.
I love the new name, Sod Squad.
Yeah, top-notch logo.
Yeah, love it.
I have a new favorite logo this year, but some people think it's a little aggressive. I think it's just right.
And by the way, that's Kristen Sedstrom is on the Sod Squad from BNG, so good for her to be on that team.
Speaking of which, we'd like to thank our sponsor this week, Drone Lawrence. Let's take it over to Seth. He's going to tell us a little bit about Drone Lawrence and just how awesome they are.
Oh, yeah. So I like to take my drone out and take photos of stuff around town. And this week we... What'd you say? You did? Yeah. So we're going to be opening our art show at Phoenix Gallery on Friday night. It's going to be running for about a month, so if you're around town and want to come say hi and check out some of our photos, one of which might be of Hobbs Park. I'm not sure if that one made the show or not. But anyway, yeah, come down.
Should have.
Aerial photography, videography company. Well, you can buy one. Cougar, don't you have one?
I do have one. I won the pick'em for the season, and that was the prize. The dusk photo of the drone of Hobbs Park, which I have sitting in my room on somewhere. So, but if there's no good, I'm afraid.
That's an endorsement.
No, I don't have a frame. I'm sorry, because it's just me. It's like no one's gonna.
It's under your car in your garage catching the oil.
It's in my
Appreciate
room.
it, Cougar.
It's in my room. I'm not gonna, show it off someone, because who have I show it off to? Me? Oh yeah, I won the 2022 season there. Here's the photo. It's like, no, I'm just boring.
Cougar, completely off topic. That tan line is crazy.
That's
bro.
good.
Crazy. Is that just from Sunday, or do you actually go outside?
Charity tournament.
I see. That is
No,
aggressive.
see, the real secret is Cougar went swimming, and he just doesn't want to tell anybody. He's a shirt swimmer. It's okay, Cougar.
Man, I thought I had a bad one with that one.
So, YSC 3 at 5 p.m. Honestly, to me, the absolute shock of the week. The Corksuckers outlast the defending Diana Plate champions, Free State Growlers, 4-3. Let's go right back to Seth for some in-depth...
We made a point to celebrate 17th place harder than anybody has ever celebrated anything in this league. We got shirts made. That's what I'm wearing right now.
They have a new chain. They have a hype
we have a chain.
that chain is absolutely phenomenal.
Well, we were going to call it a home run chain, and then we were like, well, shit, we're probably going to hit 2 home runs this whole year. So we got to call it a big play chain. So that's what it is, a big play chain. Shout out to Austin Myers on our team for the paint job and
it's so
rigs
cool.
fabrication.
It's so cool.
It's heavy as shit. If you see us out there and want to just come put it on, seriously, it's one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
I
don't know how many
putting
pounds
it on next week.
The Honey Badgers are getting one. That's all I'm going to say.
Honey Badger chain?
We're getting a Honey Badger chain. It's happening. Lucas is going to buy it.
But regarding the game, Corksuckers is a good team. They won a lot of games last year. I know they played KTC really close. Their third baseman, Ben, absolutely shut us down. We played all 9 innings, so we had 27 outs. He probably had 15 of them.
He did.
I mean, he was.
I repped the game, and that dude was a vacuum. He sucked everything up.
Yep. We had. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's a pause. Never mind. You don't understand.
He did it all for them, and then it was tied going into the 9th inning. We did not score in the top of the 9th, and then they had the top of the order come up. So it was just one of those things. But we always love playing Corksuckers. We always have close games with them, and
it was a fun game to ref. Both teams were playing really good defensively. You could tell both teams wanted it bad. Clint ended up getting on at the beginning of the inning. I think he led off the bottom of the 9th. It was 3-3. He ended up getting a third, and they just got him around. And he doesn't really show a lot of emotion, but you could tell he was happy he got the dub.
So right before I came here today, I was having a beer at Free State, obviously, because I was nervous to come talk about this, and half the Corksuckers team rolled in for a birthday dinner,
photo
whatever they were doing. Yeah, photo op, more likely. So they rubbed a little salt in the wound while we were sitting out there. But honestly, I hope that we play them again in the playoffs because it's always a fun game. And yeah, we still have Princess Diana for a while.
Closest game in week 1, I think, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, leading into this week, one of my games to watch that I thought should have been a pick'em game that wound up living not only up to its hype, but in the past, I've always said that I felt like you guys have not played to your opponent's level, but always played at least offensively a bend not break, because defensively you're one of the most sound teams in the league. So it's always surprising to see a team that's able to squeak by. But either way, like I was really, I think, like I said, shock of the week for me, but also unsurprising with the amount of talent that Corksuckers carries over every year.
Yeah, the top of their order, I think, scored 3 of their 4 runs, and the top of our order only scored 1.
They
so
took care of business, the top did, for
Yeah,
sure. You could
yeah.
tell the difference from the top to the bottom. Man, I mean, defense obviously wasn't really the problem for Free State. It was just getting more people on and they got people on. It's just getting them around, and, week 1 happens. I think they'll figure it out.
So we did have a couple of notes here. Kyle with a solid kick to center to score 2 in the first. Ben kicks a solid double to left and scored Clint in the 6th inning. Torrey with a sliding catch from left to end the second. Austin bombs a kick to left field for 2 RKIs, but was thrown out at third trying to extend the play.
that was actually Ian, not Austin, but yeah, we had two guys thrown out at third base.
Get in your face, Ian.
We had 2 guys thrown out at third base with less than 2 outs, so that was rough in a 1-run game.
Shout out Aaron for taking all those notes. Everybody take notes like that.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Thank you for all of them. And
Torrey,
as many notes are going to be left, we welcome them, including the ones from the Post House game we'll get to later.
Torrey made that sliding catch, and then he came in the dugout, and I haven't seen him in a while, and he comes back in, he goes, I think I forgot to tell you I had a hernia surgery like 6 weeks ago. Shows me all of his scars. I was like, dude, are you okay? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah. But anyway, yeah, he was good.
Oh,
That's enough about that game. We can move
Kickball
on.
is life, man. Come on.
All right, so moving on to YSC 3 at 7, the defending Twain champions, the Honey Badgers, silence the cephalopods, 17-12. Kenny, what do we have to say about this other than I was riding that train week 1, now I'm going to ride it all the way to week 2?
Man, don't ever sleep on the motherfucking Honey Badgers, bro. I was a little worried going into it. We didn't play in the charity tournament. We haven't really got out and done a lot. We haven't gotten to practice, so I was a little worried about it. And we came out. I just fired everybody up. I was like, hey, it's week 1. Let's go. Let's show everybody. Jumping right back on from last year. Bring the energy. Inning 1, I think we went out, scored 6 points, kind of caught them off guard right there and just held the energy most of the game. Everybody just played really good, man. My girls showed out. Everybody just showed out. It was a fun game the last 2 years. Lost to them, 2 points both games. Very disappointing. It was our first game of the week, lost last year to them. Y'all were there. It was a pretty good game. Good game.
I rep that game. Yeah, it was great. Yeah.
A lot of us were hurt last year. I played with a broken finger on my left hand all year. Aaron was hurt. Nick was hurt. A lot of different people were hurt. Everybody's healthy this year, and you don't want to see us, man. You don't want to see us.
So I feel like Honey Badgers, you guys have been in the league like 5 years or so, longer, maybe longer than that. And
we've been the Badgers now for 4 years when I took over from Seth from the Rats.
For some reason, we've never been on the same fields, but I finally got to ref you guys, and the athleticism that you guys have is no joke. And but also, a lot of the top teams have speed, but you guys have those guys that can come up and clear the bases, whether it's RJ or I don't know his name, but the guy
Corey,
Red Rocket
was
on the back of
the
his
Red
jersey.
Rocket, man.
He was hitting lines.
He's back
all
from
over the
injury,
place.
right? He's back from injury.
He's back from injury. He's been hurt last 2 years. He kicks it so hard, he actually injures himself from kicking it. He was a college soccer player. I went to high school with him. Man, if I can get him to stop popping out. Because every time he kicks it, it could go over the fence. Like he reminds me like his kick almost like kind of Simon. He just every time it goes crazy. To have him and RJ behind all the speed we have,
righty lefty,
it's really nice.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
I got to give some, because I ref this game, and I got to put some respect on Love Garden too, because just standing there as the home plate umpire looking around, I was like, this is not the normal Love Garden team.
No.
And I think in the third or fourth inning, I asked Tyler, like, where is everybody? And he was like, oh, we're missing 4 or 5 guys, or 4 or 5 starters, I should say. I can't remember how many were guys or girls, but you guys came out and put 6 on them right away, and they battled back. Like
They
it
did,
looked like
man.
it was going to be a
we
runaway.
switched Aaron out of pitcher, and they came out, put up 6 points, and I was like, Aaron, get the fuck back in there. This isn't a team we want to mess around with. We know they're good. We know that, just like us, we don't like to lose. I hope we see them again. I think we're very evenly matched as we have been the past couple of years. I think my team, we've just built that chemistry over the years. I have the same guys I've had for the last 4 or 5 years, and they're all getting there right where I need them. They all know their role, and they're playing it so well. And I think, we got a pretty tough schedule this year. I think that's kind of motivated everybody too we're known to have a lot of fun, but we can get down to business too.
All right, Kenny, I'll put this question right now, and of course you can speak to the two-person too, right? Should teams like Global Cafe, Post House, and Kansas Tree Care, should they be worried about the Honey Badgers?
Worried
about you guys?
Man, no comment.
No comments. You don't want to say it right in Angela's face?
I'm old now, man. I ain't trying to talk no shit. Those are the teams I ain't talking shit to. I had to play all of them. So
you have all 3 on your schedule this year?
No, I got KTC and Global. We always, man, whatever.
Go ahead, Angela.
They're always a great game. Every time I play them, I learn so much from them. And man, yeah, I think we're easing up there, man. We're easing up there. We're making our way.
We get to play you guys at Hobbs at 7 p.m.
Yeah, I wish it was anywhere else. I wish it was anywhere else, because every time I watch you guys at Hobbs, you are just...
I mean, we play well at Hobbs.
We do too, but
damn. 7 p.m. is a little different than 9.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to play you guys there. I'm excited to see you guys. It's been a couple years.
You got a lot of mutual friends on the team.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, Kenny's the one that taught me how to really kick when I came into the league. I had never played soccer, or kicked, or done anything. So I was just a baseball player that got dragged into the league. One drunk Sunday, I was out at the park. So.
And Nicole, she's a former rat. Loves you guys.
Yeah,
so it'll be a lot of fun.
It's always love, but it's going to be competitive too.
It will be.
So I'm looking forward to it.
All right, so moving on, we have YSC4 at 5 p.m. The Ghosts send the Rockets into challenger mode, 16-1. Our second, but chronologically first, enough already, run rule of the season. 16-1 in 5 innings and 1 hour almost to the dot. So Ghosts not wasting any time this year. Getting it done fast. I have some notes, but I also have a human notebook. Katie, what do you have to say about this game?
Well, I don't want to say too much other than I love playing the Rockets. They're a very competitive and fun-loving team, just as we are. The only thing that I will say, the answer to Cougar's question about should Honey Badgers or KTC be on the look for Honey Badgers, I think KTC should be on the look for Ghosts next year.
Oh, man.
And I'm only saying that in the vein of my younger team members that we pulled up who think we're going to finish top 15 in the league already.
You might.
Which I don't think that's going to happen. But I do have to say, though, I think that KTC will be pleasantly surprised to have a very competitive game from a 26, let alone 23 ranked team. So, very excited about our game next week.
I am too.
I just want to add, I've been going to the Wednesday kick rounds or whatever, and there's a lot of Ghost players that go, and I am just such a big fan of Corbin, who is playing third base for you guys now. He's so good. Seriously. I mean, we get to play everywhere in those little Hobbs kick rounds on Wednesdays, and he played catcher for you guys last year, I think or outfield, and so, he played third, and I was like, Cosgrove, he needs to play third all the time. He's just so tall and can jump, insanely high. He just snags things out of the air, and he's dumb fast, runs things down, bunts up one instead of the catcher. He is so fast.
Top 10 third baseman in the league?
100%.
Absolutely will be. Has an arm.
Say that for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
biggest thing he needs to work on
and
is
the only
his
reason
arm,
why he didn't even try third last year is because we had a third baseman who was James Moore, who was a veteran for us and retired after last season. And credit to what I was pointed out to by Cosgrove is that we historically, I believe, have the youngest captain and owner in the history of the league with Junior. And Junior was the one that pointed it out to me and said that he needs to be our third baseman. And other than the 3 errors he had this past week, which were the only ones any but in our team had,
I'll tell you what, though.
He would fully admit that too. But honestly, I'm so proud of the way that our team played this year or this week, and really looking forward to the rest of the season for sure.
Junior's not afraid of anybody. I talked to him at Game of the Week. He's ready. He wants all.
He
wants all the smoke. He's just like his daddy. He wants all the smoke.
16 years old. That's why.
Yeah. That's my boy.
He's also got Cosgrove out there gassing him up.
That's true. That's true.
Dropping mad gifts that he's making on his phone. I'm not technologically advanced.
I love it, man. I love it.
So the notes from this game: great fingertip catch by the Rockets right fielder. Kelsey with a base hit home run. Dan comes in during the 8th for fun. Rockets with four outs in the 7th. Chance with a face bump for Corbin to make the catch. It was a fun game.
I heard this game. It was right next to my field, and it was super loud. I heard a lot of the Rockets, and then I went and asked Hannah what happened, and she was like, "Oh, we got our asses kicked." But we had fun.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
fun.
I think that between the two, like our two teams, like we're super competitive. Like Sean Wilson, like Kevin, every single person on that Rockets team is super competitive.
I wanted to go watch.
Has been in this league forever. Is fun. Wants to have a fun time, and that couldn't have been a more perfect combo of a first game for the two of our teams to play. Like, we're both loud, we're both exciting. We had so much fun. So much fun.
That's what it's all about.
That's what it should be every
It's all about.
YSC4 at 7 p.m. The Harpies absolutely dressed down Lawrence Shirt Factory 17-3. Cougar insights on this. I mean, your lips are going to be dry.
So we're talking about this man crush on Lawrence Shirt Factory. Stop. Oh,
it's
shut up.
more than a man.
Shut up.
Those are living wet dreams.
Not true. Stop. I wasn't surprised the Harpies would beat Shirt Factory, but the margin of 14, that is shocking. And I know that Shirt Factory were missing one of their better players, Calvin, Mike Gersh, of course, the owner of Shirt Factory's kid, and all that. But still, by 14 runs, and I know Harpies are clearly the better team over Shirt Factory, but winning by 14. That is shocking, and
I expected this to be a lot closer.
I thought it'd be closer to, but I thought Harpies would still win. But I know it's only week 1, and it's maybe say the Ball Beavers, but Shirt Factory might be in trouble. I think they're in trouble.
They had nothing but good vibes at the end of last season. They were on fire, and now they're right back to square one. It feels like getting punked by Harpies by 14 runs.
Are you saying that this was Lawrence Shirt Factory's Cliff game?
No way.
Is that what you're saying, Cougar?
Oh, the Cliff game? Oh, no. Oh, no. Don't say Cliff game. They might be in trouble. I said might be.
Well, if you're saying they're going to be in trouble, I think everybody on the planet can agree. Ooh, that's a good question. Does Shirt Factory
top
go
10 is
into
tough
the
this
tournament
year.
outside the top 10? When Cougar's saying it's possible.
It's possible with Shirt Factory because you could have other teams that could jump Shirt Factory to go in the top 10. It's very possible.
I mean,
the Tropics?
You can't underrate.
I don't know about the Tropics. I don't know.
You can't underrate losing Bree. I mean, Bree has 5 championships, and you just take her out of whether pitcher or second base.
She has 6.
Yeah,
she has 6.
You don't just lose. You don't lose a champion like that and get better.
No, she had one with Los Luchadores in 2010. That's right, Luchadores. But Bree being out for the year, the captain, get well soon with a torn meniscus and ACL.
Dude,
hope we do it. Yeah, but that's a big loss. That's a huge loss. And especially with Bree, Kessler, the people talk about some of the better ladies in the league, especially, obviously, to my left, Angela Finch and all here. But with her, just the championship experience, the intangibles, I mean, she is fantastic. And just her not being there for the entire season, that is a huge loss. And it's going to be tough, for them to replace her. But Shirt Factory, I know it's only week 1.
Dude, I think Harpies got something to prove. I think last year it didn't go exactly how they thought it would. They were figuring stuff out. I reffed a ton of their games last year. The athleticism, everything's there. Like, Grant, he's a great coach. I think just watch out for them this year, man. I'm excited to play them myself. That
The
was
only
my
thing-
old rival team when we were the Rats. We haven't played each other since we've been the Honey Badgers. I saw them on the schedule. That's my favorite game of the year. I'm looking forward to. I
only
thought that
thing
would have
with
been a badass game of the week. But
With the Harpies, though, I think they have 15, 16, 17 people on the roster.
they have a lot of injuries going into the year, is what Grant told me, female-wise.
They had a lot of injuries, but they're
Those people will get healthy
the
by the
healthiest
playoffs.
that they've been to start a year.
My boy
in a
Josh
long
Sabert is back, Thor, in center
Yeah.
field. He's back from playing football in Europe. He's a monster. Wherever that is.
That's in Europe.
I think that's huge, getting him back, and they have a good mixture of vets and new people, and I think Grant says he's a good coach. He's going to get them right. They're going to be solid.
I'm just saying my only hang-up is the best teams don't have 17 people. Like, if you're trying to win a championship, they don't. So
I've condensed my team
have to.
down. I've learned.
So
Look at Angela. How many people do
players
KTC
are
play?
rostered on Post House?
I think we like to stay around 13, 14.
I feel like that's about where you want to be. You need a couple people just in case somebody gets hurt, but 10, 11 lineup, everybody's solid. You get back around. It's just a lot easier to work with.
Okay. Moving on. YSC 5 at 5 p.m. The Red Lakes set off the lunk alarm against the shorthanded Dumbbells, 15-2.
I got a summary of this game.
You got a summary of this game, Cougar.
I watched part of it.
The only note we had on this game is there was out of order kicking by the Dumbbells in the second.
Oh, gosh. Go ahead, Angela. Go ahead. Okay, so this is from James Finley of the Red Lakes. They said, Dumbbells were not prepared. Definitely didn't have their full team from last year. Their captain, by the way, is Gage. Oh, you know Angela, right? Was a really good, is a really good player. Why would I say was, James? They had a few young kids that are talented. They had only one or maybe two ladies with talent. Solidly a 20th to 32nd best team in the league territory, quote unquote.
32nd?
Solidly 20th to 32nd best team in the league territory. I was like, really? That's not low. Although the way they played, they probably played the 20th, 32nd. I expected, Dumbbells, a higher expectation on Dumbbells being 8-2. I know the schedule wasn't tough, but they have a lot of good young players. And of course, the Tropics, you guys Ryan about it, we played against Homeland, now Dumbbells, and they have a really good talented team. So for them to lose by 13 over Red Lakes, that was shocking. Yeah.
Well, so one of the disadvantages that Dumbbells had is they were so young. They had a lot of players who graduated and then ended up getting jobs and leaving. So about 50% of their
It's like Jazz
team.
House?
Yeah,
Jazz House,
exactly. Yeah. And so for them, they haven't been in the league long enough to really have established veterans at this point. I think this is what their
Makes a big
third,
difference.
third
having those
season.
guys.
So I think they had a lot of players move away, and so those players that they had to replace haven't even played a game yet. A lot of them had to miss that first week. So I think it's gonna be a rough start for them, unfortunately. But and I think that's one of the disadvantages to. There's a lot of advantages, but one of the disadvantages to how the new schedule is set up, to where you have this predetermined seed, and there's going to be outliers for teams who add players and drop players. But if you're given this predetermined seed at 15 or 16, and you're more like a 20 to 30, like James was saying, you're kind of put in a rough position, and but hopefully they'll be put in positions where they can learn a lot, and then by the end of the season, make some strides.
You get to see, especially growing as a young captain, not only having to build a team or build almost a full lineup, but going through and seeing how you respond to the early season losses and how you can make adjustments moving forward, kind of finding the right positions for players and working to everyone's strengths, especially when some teams could see a bad season as a lost season. In those bridge years, it can really help build a team moving into the next year too. So.
And you know who went through that transition? Red Lakes last season, because they had to replace like half their team last season. They had a tough stretch, and they got better and better as the season went along. And to Red Lakes' credit.
They started, 2 2 of 3 losses.
Something like 2 or 3 losses here. You have to go look and see. But the Red Knights credit, they got better last season. And I don't know if you know this, Angela. These new players for dumbbells. How are they physically talented wise? The new players.
Unfortunately, I didn't really get to see some of the players that they added because they were missing probably 5, so that's a pretty big chunk. So there were a few in there that maybe just were playing one time because I don't know if you saw their Gage's Facebook post, but they had like 6 players at 2:30 on Sunday.
I saw that
Yeah,
and was
and I was
immediately
like,
oh, that's not
You know, and he texted me that. I'm like, first of all, I'm your sponsor, but I'm also your stepsister. So I would be in this position and be like trying to help you regardless. But you got to give me like some heads up. I can find people in Kansas City that will come play for a day, but a couple hours in advance.
That's really
I'm surprised
tough
they
on a
didn't.
Sunday too,
Yeah.
especially people I feel like have their Sundays planned
for
out.
sure.
Like,
Yeah.
It's tough. I mean, a part of getting your team together, you got to get people. For me, I'm like, hey, you give me your Sunday. I need your Sunday every Sunday. So excuses of people not being there, like that's on the captain, and then the people they get. I tell everybody 5 or 7 o'clock every Sunday, I need you.
Yeah, that was super frustrating for us as a board. The first game to not just see 1, but possibly 2 or 3 teams that were short. I think that what you were asking before is interesting because they did end up playing really well last year, which is why they ended up where they were at. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, with the turnover of how our league is from year to year, that will factor into what our new scheduling system will move to.
And I think they were on kind of the heavier side of losing a lot of players because, like I said, they didn't really have that foundation veteran base because they had only playing a couple years. Yeah. And then they were at that age where a lot of people were graduating or had just graduated and finally got jobs around the country, which is great for them, but bad for the team.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that people are a little still 50-50 about our scheduling that we're still doing. And I do have to say the most people that I've talked to in the last 2 weeks are 100% on board, like I've been, on the way that Ethan has moved into our new scheduling system, which is something that I've for years been trying to figure out as someone who works in sports. My father was a scheduler. We talked about it all the time, and we didn't know how to make it even because of exactly what we're talking about, that the turnover from season to season is so different that ranking really becomes so different. I mean, Ghost ended up 28th after the tournament last year, and we decided to move us up to 26th because of who we knew we picked up or who we knew we lost. We'll never move teams down further because of who they've lost, but we'll always move teams up further because we know they're going to be better.
I mean,
right?
it's a learning process.
And I'm going to be honest.
We're going to figure it out.
I think this year's scheduling from top to bottom for every single team is as the best schedule for everybody it could have been that I've ever seen in the 12 years I played.
Well, then why did you put us up against the juggernaut that are corksuckers?
Bro, Clint was coming for your head. Week 1.
And I can attest to that too, because for what I would consider at least a sizable amount of time, Poshwash was a solid 12 to 14 ranking, playing sometimes some seasons up to an 8 or a 6. And then in one season, and not necessarily for a lack of foresight, but we lost 7 starters. And that next year we went 1-9 and didn't win a game in the tournament. And it was a rough year. And I would have to say, and I could be wrong, Cougar would know, Katie would be better off knowing off of our preseason rankings. But, I mean, dropping one year from a 12 to almost, I think we went to a 26 before this last year we finally dropped again. And it was rough going, but also being at that level still and rebuilding, I wholeheartedly agree with Katie, and having done baseball scheduling for the Big 12, this scheduling this year with few glaring omissions, top to bottom, and I think everyone's going to be really excited what we're going to get to do week 10, because week 10 is basically what the hell do we want to see and we need to see to put a stamp on this year, and that's what everyone's going to get. So I'm super jacked for that. But all season, I mean, we're looking at this week being one of our toughest games, and we're playing Free State. So being a preseason 32, knowing that what we know now after week 1, having Free State ranked where they were and then losing, is it an upset? Is it not? I feel really good about this being our toughest game of the year, now being, in my opinion, adequately matched. And I think throughout the rest of the season, as teams win and lose, defend winning streaks, see whatever comes, we're going to see that all the matchups from now to the end of the season are only going to be better, not only on paper, but when they get out on the dirt, they're going to be awesome.
Someone's at the game here for Red Lakes. Yep.
So
you were there.
Two things. I talked with home loans players last year because they were super impressive, and they told me this was going to happen. So I kind of knew what kind of game we're going to have. But what I did do was I went and talked to Gage after that game. That kid is tough. He's good. He's fast. He throws his body on the line, and he's graceful. I can tell. But he reminds me of a guy who's sitting right here. There's something in that kid, and I told him, just stay with it and let it rub off on whoever you bring on, and they'll get better. So, yeah.
Hey, while you're up
Much
here,
respect.
you were on Brutang last year, right?
I was on Brutang last year.
Brutang.
Not getting too deep in the weeds, but what team ended up picking up the most Brutang players? Do you know?
I would say Johnny's got our third baseman.
Yeah.
And they got Zach.
Oh, Johnny's got the third baseman?
Yeah, and Zach. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
we all know he's good. Yeah.
I guess that would be actually a further question, just to follow up. How many Brutang players from last season are in the league this year right now?
Well, a lot of really good players. Alicia is on Rick Rollers. I'm on Red Legs.
Tropic's got one, right? Tropic's got somebody?
Oh, Darren. Oh, my boy Darren is on Rick Rollers as well. So they benefited a lot.
They did poach a lot of players.
Oh, yeah.
Rick Poachers.
Yeah.
All right. We ready to move on to the next game?
Yeah, moving on, we have Asteroid Head at YSC 5 at 7 p.m. Skinned and trimmed Armor.
Fucking Armor!
15 to 10.
All together now.
Armor!
Where's Clay? Where's Clay?
Where's Clay? He's out of
bullshit.
town.
That's bullshit.
It's,
I was looking more forward to seeing Clay tonight and like hearing his R bar more than seeing any of you guys. I'm sorry.
yeah.
That man, he motivates me. There's one time last year, I'm sorry to drag this on. One time last year, he gave a pregame speech, and that shit inspired me, man. Like, it was the best speech I've ever heard. I was reffing it.
Oh, okay.
I got into the circle.
I was going to say, that'd be brutal if you were playing them and he inspired you to beat
it was like a Game of Thrones-esque speech of his, like, sending his shit into war. Like, man, I could have battled. Would you like to say anything?
Yeah, every game Clay brings it, and it's always a nugget, something you're going to take with you. You know, it's amazing. For an R-Bar, we love this place. We're happy that you're here. You know, R-Bar Wings, greatest wings, not just in Lawrence, Kansas, but amazing all over. So thanks.
In all of Northeast Kansas.
And the other thing to note, half of our R-Bar players are teachers, and they're finishing up tomorrow here. So I know that's part of their deal is trying to be around. But did want to comment a little bit about, we lost 3 of our players this last year, and hopefully they're coming back to us. But the adjustment was hard for us. First inning, we went down 6. And that was a tough spot to come back from. But Brian Johnson was amazing. 5 for 5.
5 for
4
5.
runs. He probably if it weren't for a great play from the catcher, a hero throw right back, and Brian would have scored 5 times. So 4 times, 3 RBIs. Man, the dude was on fire. Also, our women did an outstanding job. Almost all of them were on multiple times during the night, and we saw at least 3 kicks coming across the plate from our women. So it was a great job. Amber did a fabulous job of place kicking. So we feel like we're going to come along. It's just adjustments with new people playing new positions, first game jitters. It was tough. But also, shout out to Asteroid Head. Great job on their part. Fun game.
Good recap. Thank you.
YSC 6. Oh, yeah. Okay. So thank you also as well to R Bar for hosting us now this year as well. 610 Florida Street.
Okay, moving
on. Moving on. The YSC 6.
Best wings in town. Let's fucking go.
At 5.
And they have NBA Jam that you can play.
They also have NBA Jam.
No, don't short sell it. NBA Jam Tournament Edition.
NBA Jam Tournament Edition.
Sean, I see you after this. Let's play. Let's go.
YSC 6 at 5 p.m. The defending boot champions Posh Wash dog pound the headquarters 17-4.
Welcome to the league.
Yeah, I will say.
Buena vez.
Headquarters. They not only were they very fun, but the entire game they asked questions. Their captain was coaching up every single player. And from the kick around pregame until the time the game was over, I wouldn't say it was a different team, but a week ago, we made bets on how many teams would have certain wins, and it was almost viewed upon as that headquarters were going to be a slam dunk, and I do not believe that that's going to be a thing. I think that they're going to give Empire a run for their money. And I think it's going to be a great game that headquarters probably not only has a chance, but might win.
I got a DM from Erin Adams, just a heads up. That's my homie. And she, I play them next week. And she was just like, hey, they're still learning. They're figuring it out. She had to help them out with a couple things, but she was like, they got some athletes, and they're going to be. I think
they have some ginormous legs.
Okay,
they have 2 gentlemen.
I'll tell you what. I told Aaron we're going to have fun next week. We're going to drink.
I will tell you a little bit of scouting report. Not only scouting report, but just out of sheer their impressive ability. I want to say their 3 and 4 kickers combined to not only one hop, but hit the 170 fence and center. And the 155, 150 and left, no less than 3 times. Like these guys have some big legs. So when they start putting it all together, they're going to be a really, really solid team.
I was very surprised. Obviously, my team refed. I didn't ref, but the few minutes that I did catch, I was surprised at not even just how far they could kick it, but they were kicking consistently line drives, which you don't learn that overnight. I mean, that's something that they did not look like a team that was brand new. I mean, you'd expect them to just be popping it up and, I mean, there are little things like knowing when to tag up, knowing when to, get the force out, tag out, things like that.
They need a little help there, but
for sure, those
she was
smaller
like, they have the
details
talent there, and it's not a team to sleep on, is what she told me, and
I think they're going to be good.
I think they have a couple guys that have played in the league from other teams,
Nope.
but most of the players are new, and hey, welcome to the league, man. The Honey Badgers are welcome to the league next week.
The 2 players we're talking about is August, and of course the captain is Brooks. Both of them are formerly of the Tropics, and happy to have Brooks have his own team, and of course the blessing. Me and Ryan over there, the blessing over the Brooks Robertson being captain of the headquarters ringers, and best wishes over to him, and it's just I hope they do well. We both do, so yeah.
Moving on to YSC 6 at 7 p.m. Kansas Tree Care Bavarian creams the D-holes 10-2.
I don't know who has the, like, you and Ben, man. You and Ben, man. Where's he at tonight? I don't know who has the better one. Y'all are goofy.
So I had the pleasure to ref first base in this game, and I will say that as a referee prior to doing this, where I actually got paid for it, one of my absolute favorite things on the planet to do is just absolutely hose a runner at one on a close call when it's an out. And the best play of the game, like the best scoop and throw of the entire game, was by Angela. And I got to just absolutely lay a guy out on a clothesline. So that made my whole day much, much better. But, I mean, kind of as expected, Kansas Tree Care came out, played and dictated pretty much the whole game from start to finish. No miscues on defense. Came out and scored when they needed to. Didn't overdo it per se.
They never do. That's the thing, though. They never do. They won't go out and gangbang you by 30
logo,
points like some teams.
My new favorite logo in the league, they were not as aggressive as I think that they could have been watching them play. I think that 10 could have easily been 17-18.
For sure. There's plenty of times where I played them where I was like, oh, man, they could have dumped it on us, but they're just like, everybody's like.
They don't feel the need to prove it in week one. They prove it in championship week.
Oh, there's Cal.
Here's Cal.
I wasn't talking about you.
I know. I just saw Alex McKee before this, and I said I was coming here, and he was like, well, if I was there, I would shout out myself, because I went 4 for 4.
That's my boy.
I went 4 for 4. I had 2 slides into home. I got out of a pickle, and I was like, that sounds like every Sunday for the last
Sunday.
14 years.
Do you know why I love Alex McKee? He's just like me in the fact that you never see him not bleeding after a game. That man, it will slide any opportunity he gets. Like my whole ankle is scabbed up from week 1. I didn't even need to slide. I just like to slide.
I think one of our new players had a bet with Brian about who would slide first, Alex or Noah. And Noah
is the same way.
Well,
it's
yeah,
it's a McKee thing.
Right. And Noah had made the decision before that game that he wasn't going to slide, and he got thrown out at 2, not sliding. So
now you got to slide.
Alex. Yeah, it was in the first inning. Yeah.
You slid in the first inning?
No, Noah. Yeah.
That's my boy
They're
too.
always broken, so I don't know. I don't know.
I guess I endorse it. I mean, it works out.
Yeah.
If I don't go home with blood on me after week 1, like any week, my girlfriend's like, "Did you really play? Did you really play?" Because she do my laundry and there's always some blood somewhere.
If I come home with blood on me, my wife's like, you're sleeping in a different bed.
Yeah. These are my good sheets. Get out of here, Zach. Speaking of which, thanks again to R Bar for their first ever.
Fucking R Bar!
610 Florida Street. R Bar! The best damn wings in Northeast Kansas. And also to this week's sponsor, Drone Lawrence. Super Sport, you got a little drop in for me tonight?
Sure, yeah. If anybody here knows the person who hires drones for gigantic construction companies around the country, let me know. I could really use a contact like that. So that's where we actually make our money, is flying around boring ass buildings. So yeah, hit me up.
Do you do video, not just photo?
Oh yeah, aerial photos, aerial video, time lapse, everything. Yeah.
You and I need to talk after this podcast.
Drones scare me.
I'm ready. Look at us.
Cougar, do drones
Have
scare
smoke
you?
bombs.
Do drones
Make a
scare you?
great video.
No.
You seem like you're a man that's scared of drones. I don't know.
I'm scared of a lot of things.
I know.
I'm scared of a lot of things. So drones
You were
scare
scared
me
of
now?
spicy wings tonight.
I am scared of liquor.
Somebody get this man a shot.
No, oh gosh.
There it is.
God damn it. I mean, scared of liquor. I mean, no. Drones, no. No, I'm not scared.
What are you scared of? Tell me. Spiders?
Let's see. No. Heights, horror films, spicy foods, blood and guts. Yeah, I'm not.
Can we talk about the real most surprising result of this entire week real fast? The next game.
Oh, yes. Okay, so before we get to YSC 7 at 5 p.m., I do have a league referendum. Much like we've all acquiesced and acknowledged to the two-time back-to-back defending champions, we now acknowledge them as Kansas Tree Care. From this night forward, we will be acknowledging this team only and singularly as Triple X. YSC 7 at 5 p.m. Jazz House scattered all over Triple X, 22-5.
Hey, Anthony Harvey back, baby. He's back. He wanted me to let everybody know he's back. Watch out. He's
Dude,
back.
that's the Jazz House that was making noise in the tournament in 2019,
Exactly.
whatever it was. That's not the middle of the pack Jazz House anymore.
Rick got the boys back.
Yeah.
He got the young boys that graduated. They came back.
I got to watch the first inning of this game, and the top of their lineup is just so fast. I mean, all the way through top to bottom. And it is one of those teams where it's like you finally see them become veterans from being kind of just the younger team. And they're finally, I think, learning their role, knowing their role, and just really meshing together all as one. And Lauren, you can attest to this too, because you're...
Ironically, Officer Harvey can only play the 5 o'clock games, and we only have 3.
Oh, that's
normally you don't
just
want
enough to
5
be
o'clock games,
eligible.
or I don't. But right? God damn it!
Yeah, don't be sick.
Yeah, no, really, almost our whole team's fast, because I would kick the 7 spot or something, kicked 4 people in. I didn't score, but I'm scoring 2 on a bunt up 1 because the people on base are so damn fast. So I really wanted this game to be closer. Like, I was looking forward to this game. They were not. They played with 9. They played with 9.
Yeah. I think, kind of contradicting you, Seth, to me this wasn't the most surprising, only because they also had numbers issues in the preseason tournament.
So is that just going to be an ongoing issue for them this year? Or
I really hope it's not. I mean, that's a good question.
Because we beat them by 1 in the Diana Plate, and then we lost to Corksuckers by 1. And Jazz House was the 17 seed last year, and they just housed Triple X by 17 runs. So I would say that's more surprising.
I was surprised. I mean, we were ranked right next to each other in the official board rankings. So it's like, really, we got to do this week 1? Okay. But I wish we could have played a full strength Triple X team. It was fun.
When Triple X is full strength, they are a team in the.
I don't think Thomas was
kind of
there.
in the middle that they can surprise you, man. Like, they do have some good athletes. They play together for a while. That is a team that.
And it is. I know. But a couple of their starters do have daytime jobs where it affects some of those 5 to 7 p.m. starts. So.
Hey, at the end of the day, if you're missing people, though, I just say, when we play.
Yeah. We did have a couple of notes on this. Anthony Harvey Jr. home run at RKI with 2 outs.
My boy.
And I found out in the stands talking to Anthony after in Game of the Week that might be his only game that he was playing this year. So we'll see. That might be another thing to watch out for Jazz House.
We'll say Jazz House to me feels like it's one team that one of the only teams I feel like might be underranked. Like, I think they're going to beat up.
Well,
it's just my hot take. They're going to beat up a lot of those teams. They're going to beat them up like that.
I think they have that
22
opportunity to be one of the big
them
jumpers. From
they're just young,
preseason to
athletic.
postseason.
Yeah, they said it was really hard to work out a schedule. So.
Yeah. Hey, man, somebody got to police this city. Somebody got to do that.
Lauren Legale, great kick with bases loaded and 2 outs and 3 fouls in the 4th. And this was our 3rd noted run rule of the week. So that was noted on there. I did not put that on my little matchup here. YSC 7 at 7 p.m. The Woost uses the Ric Flair drip to drop the Sacred Sword 11-1. I had a couple of notes on this one per Sarah. The best music because music people finger waves, probably meaning both teams playing at the same time. Third baseman on Sacred Sword had a killer underhand throw to first. Cougar, do you have some notes to add to this?
Yeah, I tried to ask. Is that spicy?
It's not the face melter, is it? Oh,
No,
but he's
face melter wings
I'm
delivered
terrible
direct
with
to
spicy
Cougar.
foods. I'll eat that in a minute. But I tried to ask Dan Malga.
Cougar, you just pass that down this way. I'm actually really hungry. Come on. I know you ain't gonna eat that.
If it's spicy,
I know you ain't gonna do that.
if it's
Cougar's gotta
spicy,
take
I
a
can't
bite.
do spicy foods. Come on.
Oh, it's not spicy.
Bro.
Have you know? Yeah. Anyways, I asked Dan Maga for a summary of the game. I didn't get one. All he could tell me is just like last season, Sacred Store is actually supporting one of the younger squads in the league. I asked him what the median age he guesstimates that Sacred Sword is. He said about 20. He's like, they're not young.
Oh damn!
That's what I heard about Sacred Sword. They have a young team, and of course they had two grizzled veterans in Adam Mitchell and Josh Hunt. So I try to get a summary. I got nothing.
Cougar, what's your opinion on young teams now? How do you think that works? Do you think my team started really young? We had a couple of veterans with RJ and Seth and people like that kind of helped teach us up.
Yeah.
And now we're kind of middle of the pack.
It takes time as far as get acclimated to the league there with these young teams.
Yeah.
They're you don't get better with age. Maybe someone like Jazz House who's got now they're all no rookies. Like Rick told me last week, they're gonna get better and better and better because there's no rookies. These younger teams, I was hoping that dumbbells would be the same, but like I said, life happens. They graduate, they have big adult jobs going out of town. With Sacred Sword, hopefully they'll grow into the with these young team squad and get better. Now they got to eat this wing.
Yeah, and especially for teams like Jazz House, I mean, worst case scenario, you have some reconnecting issues. I'd rather have those in growing pains because you can immediately get through reconnecting issues.
Also, shout out to the Woost. They only gave up one run. They gave up a lot of runs last year.
Yeah.
Great job. Great debut on defense.
Oh, Cougar's dying. I can already see him.
No way, he took one bite.
One bite.
Dude,
he's dying.
that ain't even that bad.
Get this
bro.
man some
These
milk.
wings aren't even that bad. They aren't that bad. I will say, best flavor-wise.
Oh,
he's giving it down.
He's faster.
All right.
You tapped out. That's
you took
twice
one
in
bite.
one
You took one bite.
less than 1 year.
No way, you took one bite.
I will say it's delicious. It is very good, Brian. Thank
fire,
you.
son.
It is spicy, but it is delicious. I wish it wasn't spicy to eat more of it, but it is delicious. Best wing in Lawrence. I don't live in Lawrence, but yeah, I would say it's
wow. No
yeah,
way.
Asian bad spicy. I know, Jeff. Everyone knows that.
This man probably don't even eat kimchi.
I do eat kimchi. I do.
YSC 8 at 5 p.m. The late fees used the high ground and cut off Empire at the knees 7-4. Let's see, I know we had just a few notes. Double play by Empire in the bottom of the first. Great game, only 2 errors for each team. So both of those guys greatly improved on defense.
I talked to my boy Frank that's on late fees, and he told me that it was 4-4.
Yeah, 4-4 into the
4-4
ninth.
going into the ninth inning.
Yeah,
and
3 runs in the top of the
They
ninth.
had to have a little come to Jesus team meeting. They're like, we're not going to lose to Empire, is what it sounds like. So it got competitive in the late innings.
Yeah, hi. Empire rep here. I'd like to humbly propose that Empire will be the 2023 boot champions.
Boom, let's go.
There we go.
Love
Prediction
it.
of the year. There we go. Empire for the boot.
Oh, shit.
We did have some notes for this game from Mike Z. He reffed, and Empire actually looked really good. Their offense was gelling at times. They were in the game the whole time, and they might be on their way up this year. On the other side, Late Fees had a great third base combo that could be first third base combo that could be top 10. Hard throws out of 3 and clean catches at 1.
They just said late fees third base, first base combo was top 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
quite a note.
Cougar's
That's
sweating.
quite a note.
Cougar's
Okay.
sweating. Look
That's
at him,
hey, hot takes in the DMs.
You know, there's
tonight.
only 10 spots.
We haven't even made it to our top 4 talk.
Crap. Okay.
Moving on to YSC 8 at 7 p.m. Global Cafe chug their way to victory while mixing in a water over Red Lion, 15-4.
Hey, is there a record for name changes, or has Global got it yet? Because good fucking guy.
No, because I do believe if we're respectfully speaking of name changes that have been submitted each year, due to the referendum this year changing the team name officially only to 3 X's and or triple X, they have probably the most name changes in league history. Because every year it was a variation X, triple X.
What was the team that was after party, hotel lobby? Who was that?
I thought they were the porn stars.
No, then definitely
Porn
Global.
Spatula.
Then definitely
Porn
Global.
Spatula.
They changed it to a different lyric every.
That was pre-Cal. I don't know. Sorry.
Pre-Cal.
Pre-Cal. It was before me. I don't know anything about hotel lobbies and pizza parties, and
They were good.
Okay, so this is my 6th year in the league, and this is the first time I ever got to play Red Lion. And as you know, I've worked at that bar for more than 6 years. So, like, you know, Jared and Janelle are my homies. Brent and Ashley, I was, like, working at the bar when they came in after their wedding. Neverbee's one of my best friends. Leslie, like, just OGs, like, right? Like, it's just... Todd and Nick at one point in the last 2 years were both my realtors.
Awkward.
Nick's on my fridge. I have a magnet of him on my fridge. I see him every morning.
Austin Jacobson, we don't talk about him enough. I went to middle school with him. He's a great outfielder and kicker for them. This was just this was a fun game for us to come back and get our legs back in motion on Sunday. I don't know.
I feel like this is about the score I would have guessed for this game, honestly.
Yeah, well, and so my question is, like, I appreciate that Brent was happy with the game and how we played. Like, I think by the 4th inning, Liv was playing third and I was playing first. And, like, some team, I'm always maybe hypersensitive as, like, is that more disrespectful to a team? I don't know.
No, y'all are badass. I ain't disrespectful. Y'all are
I don't
badass.
know. So, but we stopped bunting by however many innings. Like, Isaac, I think, fouled out. Shout out our cheat code, Isaac, for fouling out.
Whoa.
We're going to be really thirsty next year. So next game, he's got us. Just like having fun though. Like, Lion is fun.
That's my favorite team to play every year. I love playing them.
Like,
I love it.
If they're not like out for you, then I had a lot of fun my first time playing them. So
I talked to Nick Lerner before this and tried to get a little intel, and he was like, "Dude, we just got old." I was like, "You've got old. You've been old."
That's why we love Nick. That's why we love Nick.
Well,
the truthful.
Here's the thing though. Like, Nick, the first inning, Nick and Vaughn got on, and I was like, okay, like, here we go. I guess we're gonna have to score a lot of runs tonight. And Austin gets up and kick, like, I'm like, he's gonna kick it over this fence. It's like nothing, right? We're YSC 8, and he gets up and bunts it, like, and we get Vaughn or Nick out at third, and I'm like, where's Neverbee to, like, tell him that he's, like, off the team for,
you just say thank you and move on to the next inning.
I'm like, that was silly.
Who?
So
just a quick question about your defense, because you got Mike Z, obviously.
Yes.
So what's the third base? Who's at third? Who's at catcher?
Eli is always our third baseman.
Yeah.
Trey loves shortstop, even like the times when I'm like, will you please play first?
Trey's the best shortstop in the league.
It's true.
Bro.
It's true.
Good.
It's
He's
true.
good.
Shout out Trey.
Don't kick it at him.
Don't. So it's nice having Mike Z now, though, because Isaac is old and has a bad back, even though I don't know. He doesn't always want to catch. He would love to just hang out in the outfield or like chill, and I don't know. So having Mike, like, them switch, and then also we have Julie Windish is back in town this summer. So the whole game plan is live and her in the outfield, and then I don't have to pitch. I can play second, and then we could have like Isaac pitch or like Mike Z pitch. Like,
you guys are making me really not look forward to the game.
Where the fuck do you kick it? So that's
you
the
just
whole
keep telling
idea.
me like all stars at every position.
That's
I'm
the
like,
whole
oh,
idea.
Shit.
By the way, I gotta say this, Cal. Great pickup on Matt McKell. I mean, I always saw he's on your team. I'm like, holy smokes! Coming from the Rockets over to Global Cafe, like, what a big pickup.
I love you. I loved you giving Jess love last week as the best pickup, and I think
Did you love that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I let her go maybe to get some more love somewhere else. I don't know. Like it's all love, right?
Jess can cover the honey badgers anytime.
Yeah, wherever
Come
she
on
wants.
over. Jess, honey badgers. Let's
She
go.
can go. She can go wherever she wants, right? So, but I do think like Johnny's had a couple pickups. Like what Zach is another good one. But yeah, we were trying to be quiet about Matt Mike coming over. Yeah, he's the real deal. He's the real deal. So he's gonna be good. He's very fast, very good.
Where's Mike Z at tonight? Where's he at?
He doesn't live around here.
Well, I wanted to play them so bad.
But shout out Red Lion. It was a great game. I was a little scared because they can be like loud, and I think we were just having fun though. I think
They're such
we
a fun
balance each
team,
other
man.
out.
Chris,
Yeah,
you got Never V, Hutnick, everybody on the same field. It's always going to be good vibes.
that's true.
It's they might bring a bottle over to your dugout. You don't know what's going to happen.
It's a trick.
That's how they get you. They got me one year from it, man.
Have you ever had rumble mitts in the middle of a game? Well, if Neverbee's around, you will.
Oh, you will. That's my dog, man.
They were drinking Jameson. I felt like I was interrupting their dinner.
Of course we're drinking Jameson. My God.
All right, moving on to Hobbs Park at 7 p.m. Post House turns John Denver into smoking fuselage again.
Not again.
24-1, our fourth and final run rule game of the week. I do have a couple of notes here that somehow did not make it onto the score sheet. I'm not entirely sure who wrote these. Sean is and was just the worst ref at first base ever. And Bryson is the anchor that will drown Post House. Also on a side note, since Bryson's name was mentioned, I do have to say that Derek, you're going to learn Grant Williams. Who else? Do we have any comments from out in the crowd on the floor about this game, Jess?
I just really wanted to say this is like kind of like not particularly game related, but just like afterwards, you guys just brought up the Red Lion thing, but I wanted to wait till our game brought up to say something. Like when I chose a team, like people were like, "Oh, you want to win. That's your priority." And I'm like, "You clearly don't know me. I want to play and I want to have fun. And yeah, I'm gonna compete wherever I'm at, but I'm there to play. Like
Two things Post House is known for: having fun, playing,
I get
not
that.
caring
I
about
get
winning
that.
at all.
I get that. I really do. But that's not what I'm looking for. And Simon knows this. I took forever to even give him a response because I was like, this is what I want. And it's hard to find a spot as a girl where you're going to play all the time. And that was my primary decision of, am I going to play all the time? And then I was going to add, though, that, hang on,
Hold on, Tyler.
They were like the top 4, people, they're dumb about it, whatever. When I look forward to KVKL, it's the same as everyone else. I'm looking forward to hanging out with my friends, spending the summer, competing, but seeing all my friends. Literally, I'm here with like Squids tonight. I just don't get that. I think like people think that we're out to just like stomp on people's necks or something. Yeah, I woke up and just like looked forward to that. No, I was looking forward to seeing my friends and interacting with them and competing.
Violence.
Yeah, like that's not what happened. No one wants to get angry. Like we're a little bit more competitive, but it's not like that. So I just like I don't know. Don't start something out of nothing. It's not. I don't know. It's just like if we do something, call us out. But like it was weird. It was weird to get called out when we literally nothing happened in the game, nothing, and it was just like we were dumb about it. Like literally, you weren't. Nobody was at Hobbs. Literally,
my favorite
happened.
comment was on the score thread when you were just like, "Oh my God, we had to post our score in the score thread."
Yeah, they're like all these people ran in here to post about their run rules, and I was like. Pretty wild, honestly, that they would post their score in a score thread.
Also,
shocking.
Avery was gone. Yeah. I think he had Josh was gone. They had a family thing going on.
And Ryder.
I mean, most of their team. That's huge for them. Those are those main guys. Again, though, when we play, show up. You got to show up and play every week.
And Hobbs is tricky. I will say,
Hobbs is tricky.
Hobbs is tricky.
For me, Hobbs is a totally different game than YSC every time. It's a way bigger infield. Just makes it a lot different.
Like, you think you can kick farther than you can, so you end up popping out a lot more because you are like, oh, I definitely can toast this person. I'm guilty of all the time. I'm like, oh, you're playing in the dirt? Good luck. And then it's like, oh, that's deeper than I thought. And then I'm out.
Jess actually asked to join the Squids, but we didn't have a girl at the time. And then I found out one of our girls, Elise, was having a baby, which congratulations to her. Her second one is on the way. Yeah, exactly. So she did ask one to come to the Squids. I wanted to have fun, but Jess is there for the most fun until you're losing.
Tyler?
Oh!
Hang on.
Wait.
Tyler walked up and admitted he didn't pick me up. I'm just saying.
And I gotta say, Jess didn't ask to be on Kansas Tree Care, so I guess she really doesn't care about winning.
You guys, yeah. And knows I actually do have fun, even when I compete and travel. It's a lot more intense.
We win in that too.
And we do win a lot. Maybe that's why I have fun. Okay, it's tracking. I don't know.
Jess, you're the shit, though. You're the shit, though.
Last but not least, Hobbs Park, 9:15, game of the week. The Soda Jerks sink the Scoonies 14-5.
First of all, how do we follow what the fuck just happened here? My God. Watching this game with the Scoonies, good on Soda Jerks. They played a good game. And I know Scoonies are missing some players there, but.
Bro, for me, it was just veteran leadership.
Yeah.
Derek had his team ready.
Sure,
and the
absolutely
Scoonies
did.
just weren't.
Absolutely
The Scoonies, that was just it to me, bro. That was it. I don't know.
And you know who unfortunately wasn't ready, according to Mr. Meredith, the other Sean.
Where was other Sean?
Well, he's
NASCAR.
He's injured. Donnelly's injured.
Oh, he was injured last year
played?
too.
Oh,
No.
He seems to be injured.
Sean Donnelly.
Not Shonley.
He is back. He was out playing in the field. I saw him at Rover. He shouldn't have been, but he was doing what he does best and catching L's.
No.
Hey, it's never gonna end. It's never gonna end.
He created this madness. Now he has to live in it, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
He awoke a sleeping beast.
Man, if there's one man I'm not messing with, it's you, bro. You a demon.
All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to run through our matchups for week 2. Oh, records.
All right, here's the records from last week. Sean and Ben, and guest number 1, which was Summer States, you went 3-0. Katie, you went 0-3. I went 1-2. Yeah, me and Kay, we stink. So there you go.
Cougar, I feel like we're getting used to that, though.
So not only that, but you're saying that Ben and I both have a very realistic chance at running at that 27-3 record.
Yeah, that 27-3 masterclass by Ben was 3 years ago. That was absolutely amazing. And don't even go there, Mr. Merritt. Don't. The 27-3. No, yeah, he should go somewhere else besides that.
I would never do such a thing.
Ben's the GOAT.
Just to go out of my way to
Ben's
mention
the GOAT.
28-3. Why would I do that, Cougar?
He's the GOAT.
Well, I won last year. I won that damn drone picture. Thank you very much. It's in my room somewhere.
Yeah, it's under his car collecting oil.
Okay.
No, it's not.
It still has yet to replace that Cheryl Teagues poster you have hanging above your bed. Just praying every night that the tape gives out and it floats down on top of you. I'm on to you, Cougar. Week 2 of the KVKL season. YSC 1 at 5 p.m. Late fees at Global Cafe. I think we can all kind of unanimously across the board run through this one. Global Cafe.
No, I'll go and say it. Shut out. I'm called a shutout. Where's the S? Where's my pen?
Ooh. So YSC 1 at 7 p.m. Free State at Poshwash. We're going to take just a second to talk about this one. While I said that the most shocking defeat of the week was only one of the defending champions going down in week 1. I don't want to step out on too many limbs, but I think Free State might be looking at an 0-2 rec.
We're missing. Obviously, it's Memorial Day weekend. Everyone's missing people, but we're missing our third baseman, and obviously he's our best player. So we'll see. I don't know.
It's going to be interesting.
Can't guarantee anything.
I'm looking forward to wearing the big play chain.
Shit,
that's all I know.
That would be the most disrespectful and the dopest thing of all time. You came over and stole it. Shoot, if we lose, does that mean we're the front runners for the boot?
You'd have to be.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll take solace in that.
All right. We have the commish on the line. The commish phone's ringing.
So with Sean and Seth facing off, like, are the refs going to be okay?
I don't talk to the refs anymore. I've retired from that.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to say.
No,
oh wait, it's Global
I've
Cafe.
already like
no,
this.
I do.
This one was on my radar, so I'm like, okay, thank God we have Global, like, 2 board member team reffing.
So no, I think this week is we have more than enough surroundings. We'll have more than enough going on over there. We should be okay.
I'm going to be exhausted from working at Busker Festival at the Free State tent,
Yes.
so I probably won't
1
have a
to
whole
4
lot of gas and take
Sunday.
Quick promo. Yeah, thanks to everybody from Kickball for volunteering.
Do you
for
happen
Busker
to
Festival.
know who won?
Who won what?
Who won the beer?
Oh, I haven't tabulated it yet because we don't count it until people actually work the shift.
Oh, yeah.
They can, you can sign your whole team up and then not show
yeah.
up and fuck us. But
well, that's
anyway,
awful.
Busker Festival's going on.
Who would do that? Call them out right now.
Who's done that?
No. No. It's happened. Anyway, Busker Festival going on this weekend, downtown Lawrence. We actually got Mass Street closed this year, so it's going to be Mass Street and then across on 8th Street. So we only have 1 beer tent, so easy to staff. Come over and see us. All of the tips.
Where's that beer tent at?
The beer tent is right in front of, it's going to be in front of Basil Leaf Cafe out in the street. So, yeah, all the tips.
Me and Sean, we're together.
Yep.
What time?
Yeah, I think we're all going to be there 1 to 4 Sunday before our big match up at 7.
All the tips are going to go to KVKL to do whatever they want to do with it. So come
come down and visit us
Yeah.
all day, all weekend long. I mean, there's shifts starting Friday,
Saturday,
running
Sunday,
through
Monday.
Sunday, all the way through Monday. Come down, buy some beer, donate some money. It's all going to go to a great cause this year. Baby J's Legacy of Hope. You can check them out online at babyjslegacy.org. Basically, what they're doing is they're a local charity here in Lawrence that are helping out families in support with children with pediatric cancer. So a great cause this year, something I'm very, very proud that we selected and very involved with. Come down, give us your money. I'm not asking, I'm telling you. It's for the children, much like Wu-Tang. YSC2 at 5 p.m. Dumbbells at the Bald Beavers. This just missed being making the cut for one of the pick'ems. Cougar squints his face, but I'll admit one of the most mismatched weeks of the only mismatched week of the entire year, I think, kind of across the board, team-wise.
Dumbbells will be mad. But so I also why he has a pick'em game. I think Dumbbells gonna win. They're gonna win.
By how much, Cougar?
10.
Cap.
I don't know. Is this the same Bald Beavers that played this week? YSC2 at 7 p.m. The Rick Rollers look to continue their hot start at the Red Lion. I think it's going to be age versus youth. I don't think there's going to be a run rule. Angela, I think this will be.
No, I think Red Lion all day.
I think this be a return
They're going to be drunk
to
and
form,
angry.
and they're going to be drunk and angry. It's going to be a little warm on Sunday.
Red Lion is the hardest team to predict. And you can never read Ben either because he won't even tell you if his team's good or not.
Here's what I'll tell you.
Just tell you that
I
they're
don't
drunk.
ever want to
That's
play
it.
Red Lion at 7 p.m. or later.
They once kicked 6 home runs out of the park on me a couple years ago. Like, it's crazy.
So YSC 3 at 5 p.m. Our first pick'em game of the week. The Woost at 3 X's. 1, 2, 3. Triple X. Cougar. you want to go ahead and lead off with your pick this week?
I'm going with Triple X in Spanish.
I'm gonna go with Woost.
Whoa.
My reasoning. Oh, I don't have to say my reasoning. All right, Woost.
Yeah, just out of respect for Triple X and what they've done, I gotta say Triple X. But if they lose this game, they're gonna be plummeting in the rankings.
I mean, that AP poll ranking won't look good come week 3.
Associated Press is watching, dude.
Eyes are always open.
Man, Tom, don't hate me, bro. Don't hate me. I love you, bro. But I think I gotta go with Woost myself, man. I'm going Woost.
Yep, I'm going to round it out. I'm going to go Woost on this one as well. I think this, I really do, after seeing the numbers game and knowing the Memorial Day weekend's coming up, I think this is going to be an early make or break game, and this could break Triple X, 3 X's, for the foreseeable future. All right, moving on to YSC3 at 7 p.m. The game to watch of the week, possibly the Rockets at Post House.
Shout out.
Fair enough to call. I'll go ahead and call shutout with you, Cougar. I'll go for the half point. YSC4 at 5 p.m. D-Holes at Young Spine. Don't think that'll be a shutout. I think it'll be a good team building exercise for Young Spine, especially with D-Holes being such good mentors in the league as well. I think there's going to be a lot of good lessons, kicking, fielding that they can take out of this game and use moving the rest of the year.
Yeah.
YSC4 at 7 p.m. John Denver Experience at Sacred Sword.
More learning for them kids for Sacred Sword, but no, JD.
I think this is the week where there is some.
Yeah. Well, this is
it's the only week I've really seen where there's a lot of just not.
This is what I call like the board might have done this on purpose for Memorial Day weekend. That'd be my guess.
Yeah.
Now
makes sense.
It makes sense. I mean,
to me,
it's our halves week. So basically, you're playing someone from the opposite halves that draws from the higher seed. So,
did you do those on Memorial Day and 4th of July weekend? Because that would have been really smart.
I'll be drunk both times.
And looking at the schedule and knowing the actual schedule, yes, they both fall on those weekends.
Good shit. Good
job.
Yes,
that is a great job to Stacy for getting both of those weekends to be the quote unquote mismatch weeks.
Not
of the
the
year.
worst
So,
idea I've ever seen.
Try going on vacation now.
vacation never.
Yeah. YSC5 at 5 p.m. Honey Badgers at the headquarters Ringers.
Shout out.
Absolutely not. No.
Not if.
Don't challenge me. I don't want to do this, but don't challenge me. Don't challenge me.
Hey,
don't challenge me.
I will
Don't
say
challenge
the
me.
one thing I did gloss over earlier that I did forget to mention, more investigative journalism at its finest. I won't tell you. I'll just give you an initial. So
Spotlight.
They can kick far. I have the best center fielder in the league.
Someone did send me a DM. We'll just call them D. Shipley. They are absolutely the biggest fan of the Honey Badgers and
No way.
cannot believe their steadfast rise to their preseason ranking. And no one is more ecstatic than D. Shipley about how you guys are performing.
Holy
so
shit.
Why?
That's actually like really dope.
he's one of their favorite teams. Like he loves the
Hey,
Badgers.
D. Shipley, if you listen in, come find me,
I
bro.
don't know
I got
who that
you
is. It's D. Shipley.
I got you a
It's
free
totally
shirt,
anonymous.
bro. Come see me. I got you a free
See,
shirt. Come see
Dave,
me. Come see me.
not Dave. Okay, we'll call him David S. Because that's not fair to him. David S. would
Okay, you get a
love
free
that
shirt.
shirt.
Too. Free shirts for everybody.
I'll let him know you got a shirt for him.
If Headquarters Ringers has that leg talent like everyone's been talking about, Cougar, then they're not going to get shut out.
I'm telling you.
You think they won't get shut out? But
No, I watched your
I
center
have one of the
fielder play.
best
He's very
outfields in the
good. Yeah,
league.
he's
so
You're absolutely
You can kick
right.
it as far as you want. We still gonna catch it.
Yeah, just play deep.
I would suggest like trying to like kick it like low and hard, but if they want to kick it high, and
Swing
deep,
for the
go
fences.
ahead,
That's
go
what all the
ahead.
best teams do.
Good
Let's
luck.
do it.
Good luck.
YSC 5 at 7 p.m. Empire at Ballin Shirt Factory.
No shutout.
No shutout? Oh my gosh, his lips are chapped.
No, it's not going to be a shutout. No, it's not a shutout. No.
Go Empire. I like seeing their building, and they just keep taking giant leaps every week. 2 errors this last week on defense. They were really, really strong in and out last season. Gave us a great game in the playoffs as well. Empire is not only a team that's on the rise, but we can all talk about when that they're going to get that first win. Not only is it going to be this year, I think I picked them to just finish under 2.5. So I expect them to still get 2 wins out of the season. Mr. Cosgrove? Oh, he's just saying hello. YSC 6 at 5 p.m. Low key, the matchup of the week based off of wins this week. The Harpies at the Corksuckers.
Whoa.
By the way, if you want to know, Corksuckers and Harpies came in the league at the same time as of 2010. 2010, they came at the same time, those two.
Okay, and who do you think has more career franchise wins? Probably Corksuckers.
Yeah, probably.
Which of those two franchises has the most game of the week wins? Which of the two
They win
has the
5
most
games a
game of the
year.
week
This
wins?
man, this man Sean lives or dies by game of the week wins. Like that's the only thing he gives a fuck about.
Hey, there's only one franchise.
There's only one
that is undefeated.
Is it
in
Posh
game
Posh?
of the week.
Is it?
15 years running.
This man says that. It's like he says that as much as Cougar says he's retired.
We've got a hill to
Says
die
that
on,
every
and
10
that's it,
seconds.
damn
This
it.
is
We
a
aren't playing
deep
a game
cut
of the
for
week.
people that listen to podcasts about sports, but you have an ability, much like your Boston brethren, Bill Simmons, to bring everything back to your hometown team.
You've got to. If I'm not giving my squad
This reminds me of the
shine-
86 Celtics.
This is a game you're not going to want to miss.
Hey, Tommy Heinsohn was a really good player and vastly underrated if we're going with the 86 team. YSC 6 at 7 p.m. This is our second pick'em this week. The Soda Jerks at Arbor. 610 Florida Street.
Definitely
Best damn wings in Northeast Kansas. Arbor.
I think it'll definitely be a closer game. Jerks, they got those veterans on there. Arbor, they're figuring. I think it's going to be a good game.
It's a pick 'em. You better pick up a team. Kenneth,
I started off.
You're talking, are you?
Well, I meant Arbor. I'm going to Arbor.
All right.
Yeah, good job picking this game as a pick 'em. This is definitely one of the best games of the week.
We got some insider info.
We got some info real fast.
Let's fucking go, Arbor!
In light of that breaking news, I gotta pick Arbor. Holy shit.
Let's fucking go. So what'd you go with, Seth? Arbor. There you go. All right.
Another round of Arbor.
Arbor. My face is a little burning from the wings, so
Next game.
I'll go with this establishment. That's Arbor. Yes. So yes.
No way your face is still burning from that wing from 20 minutes ago?
It's not burning, but it's still tingling. It's
Dude,
tingling. It's still tingling.
Come on, bro.
Good Lord.
I thought we're having a competition at the end of this.
What's wrong with you? My God.
I'm taking you down, Cougar. I'm taking you down.
Cougar's the kind of guy that thinks mayo's spicy.
Oh.
What?
He's white.
He's
Sorry.
like, I stick with olive oil. But it is the superior mayonnaise. I will be.
He said paprika spicy.
Oh my God.
You know what? Fuck it. Arbor!
Everyone's going to Arbor.
Let's go with the sweet.
Everyone's going to Arbor. All right.
YSC 7 at 5 p.m.
Oh no.
We have the Goose at Kansas Tree Care.
Uh-oh.
I've got within proximity 2 commenters coming up. Katie?
As Nelly
So
once said,
Son's my ex-captain, freaking the rest of us out by his ridiculous gift last night 2 nights ago after being drunk, whatever. I do have to say, one of my ghosted comment in our messaging board earlier, just look out for a Grand Slam next week, just saying.
Grand Slam.
Grand Slam? No way you're calling.
On Kansas
No way.
Tree Care?
On who? On who? Not McKee. Not
The
McKee.
Denny's dish done for breakfast? The Denny's dish for breakfast?
Because it ain't gonna be like in the field, man. That's not gonna happen.
If my player, who I will not name, hits a grand slam against you guys next week, I will buy my entire team a Denny's Grand Slam breakfast.
What happened to Keg and the stripper?
Strippers?
That's Jackie. That's Jackie.
I'm not Jackie. also, I have 16 players that are under 21, so that's not going to happen.
I can only think of one player who's kicked a grand slam against Kansas Tree Care, and I think he's sitting
Right out there.
right there, out of the park.
Not Simon.
Oh,
Yeah.
and Josh. That was fall ball, but he did.
Say that in jest that I totally
And
forgot
Josh.
to say that we did have a grand slam last week. Just saying.
It wasn't in the official
wasn't
notes
against
or
Kansas
noted
Tree.
in the scorebook. Can I get was there a Simon home run this week? That's okay. I'm still taking way on the over. I believe in
that
Simon.
over under was
5.5?
5.5.
He's got 3 games out at one. I'm like right.
I feel like every game I've ever reffed against Simon, he's almost had a home run.
So you like his good luck charm? You like his good luck charm?
Me? Good luck charm? No. He can just kick the shit out of the ball. That's all it is. He can just kick the shit out of the ball.
All right, on to our next YSC 7 at 7 p.m. Our third and last pick'em with the spread. Jazz House at the 23rd Street Screamers. And we've got a spicy pick coming in from Ben on this one.
Yeah. This is the largest the largest number ever picked as far as the pick'em spread. He has Jazz House by a dozen.
Whoa.
Yes, a dozen.
I don't know about a dozen.
What?
I don't know about a dozen. I don't know about a dozen.
Ben said, Mr. Hutnick says that. I'm like, wow, he thinks it's not going to be close. He shouldn't be a pick'em. Was like,
Mr. Hutnick also picked my Honey Badgers to he picked us to be like 10 at his preseason whatever rankings he just like got drunk and made up. There used to be a 10.
Well,
I
this
think
is
it's
a
'cause
7
we beat
o'clock
their
game.
ass so many times that he put us down there, but I don't know.
This is a 7 o'clock game, so they said Anthony's not going to be there for any 7 o'clock games. But even with that, are we picking spreads?
Yes, this is a spread game. So
I'll
you
say
gotta-
Jazz House by 7.
Jazz House. Oh, son of a bitch.
Man, honestly, just athleticism for Jazz House, I think will outweigh 23rd Street. I'd say 6.
I'm gonna go Jazz House by 9.
Okay.
Cougar?
run rule. Oh, Commissioner's run rule. Jazz House by 9.
Did anyone pick 9?
I don't think so.
No. Jazz House by 5.
Oh. Okay, well, cool. Then I only have to bump it up 1. I think we're going across the board. Jazz House by 8.
Let's go Jazz House.
YSC 8 at 5 p.m. The KBC Tropics at the newest, coolest logo, Sod Squad.
Sod.
If that itself is motivational, Ryan, I hope it is. That's saying that, oh, this is the coolest squad there is. That'd be a motivation for you and the rest of the team that there has praise for Sod Squad. I don't know.
Well, I will just throw out this subtle reminder. In a week of halves, KBC is the higher ranked team. So
Cougar, that was the most manufactured
it's
ass
time
like
to
reason
live
to
up
try to
those
win I've ever heard.
rankings, Tropics.
Sean called them cool, so you know, guys, we got to come out hot.
I'm just a sponsor. I'm retired. I'm just a sponsor here, Seth. When you're a sponsor retired, you'll... Well, I don't know what you'll
retired.
I heard retired last week from Cougar more times than I heard any other word last week. Holy shit. Everyone knows you're retired, dude.
That's true.
Everyone knows.
That's not true.
Everyone knows.
That's not true.
Even when you were in the game, I thought you were retired. I don't know.
How could you miss those pop outs the third? You knew where Cougar was.
You're the catcher. We talk.
YSC 8 at 7 p.m. Johnny's at the Scoonies.
Shut out.
That was my second shutout of the week.
Yeah, I don't. Honestly, I don't think it'll be a shutout. Scooney's got a couple guys that might get a point on. My boy John Matthews, he's pretty good. He's a competitor, and he might get one on him. But
I think Johnny's is missing a lot of players as well.
I heard multiple weeks that they're missing players, and again, just get your guys there.
I mean, I think they've got the win, but I don't think it'll be a shutout.
They're gonna win.
Johnny's did that last year, though. They were missing a lot of people many weeks, and then in the playoffs, they turned it on.
Just started crushing people.
Hobbs
Park lead into game of the week at 7 p.m. Love Garden Squids at Bunt and Grind.
Love Garden's mad. They go hate fuck of the week for me is this game right here.
Why are they mad?
I think they're mad. I don't know.
Elaborate on why they're mad.
I think they're gonna have their people back, and they're gonna be like, "Hey, man, we're here. We're still Love Garden, team to be feared." They're gonna lay it down, man. They're gonna lay it down.
9:15 p.m. at Hobbs Park, Week 2, Game of the Week. Asteroid Head at Red Legs.
This could potentially be like a high-scoring game because, first of all, we saw Asteroid Head against R-Bar at 610 Florida Street.
That was nice, Cougar.
Thank you.
Best damn wings in Northeast.
Best damn wings in Northeast Canada.
But too spicy for you. Too spicy.
My mouth is still tingling because Asteroid Head. They want this game. Teriyaki, you're funny, Jeff. They want this game to be a high-scoring game. If they want it to be a low-scoring game, they're in trouble. But against R-Bar 15-10, that's what they wanted. Against Red Legs also want to be a high-scoring game because this might be pretty as an offensive field day for both teams. I could see this for the game of the week.
Real quick for you degenerates, over under.
I'm not a degenerate. He is.
Kick out attempts by Pat Watkins at catcher, i.e., kicking the ball to first base.
Kick outs.
1.5.
Oh.
You guys are all hitting the over on 1.5. Okay. All right.
Under. I've read these games before. He attempts a lot.
And they're sweet when they work.
The sex registry is not the greatest.
I think the second completed kick out to first is when it just finally crushes their soul.
You're calling two successful?
At least.
Whoa. All right. Oh, damn. All right.
Spicy.
I think he's about 50% on those, so he's probably kicking a lot.
He's less than 50. I've read this game. He's less than 50. They're hard. They're hard. Yeah, they're hard.
They're so hard that he's probably the only one that still attempts them. I don't know of anybody else in the league that even tries that shit anymore. But he does, and they work enough.
I got one.
You got one? From catcher? Yes. All right.
Where else?
Okay. Are you playing catcher this weekend?
Ryan, you better not be
You
Jackson
played
doing that
outfield,
kick out
Sean.
shit. You better not be Lockwood.
No, because I'm not going to give you any recruiting on our third baseman. Or
Sketch out your defense
or
for
our
us.
catcher.
That's all you need.
I would like Marcus Reynolds to go out
Were
and
there
just
any
record
bunts after
every
that?
game just so I can get that scouting report.
And then
like,
edit them down to 12 minutes. That was so nice.
no doubt.
So that wraps up next week's games. We're going to be looking, next week is kind of a set week. We're looking forward to be making our debut this season at the Red Lion. That's pending everything is completed and wrapped up on their construction. If not, keep an eye on the Facebook page. We'll let you know where we're going to be coming from next week. Once again, thank you. Our first night, a very successful night. First time outside of downtown and East Lawrence, right here at Arbor.
Fucking Arbor!
Oh, don't for our sponsor, Seth. Who are you?
I work for a few different places, but the
Well,
one that's
that's
paying the
sponsor.
bills on this one is
Well,
Drone
the
Lawrence.
sponsor of this podcast, they are.
Yeah, Drone Lawrence. If you need any aerial photography or videography, let us know. Or if you're just going to bird a field out in your out on your land, we'll come
I'll
out
be
there
in touch.
and
I'll be in touch.
and take drone footage of that because it's cool as shit.
I just wanted to clarify what I had said about Simon has kicked a grand slam against us, but also Josh has. I thought it was in fall ball, but it was in the tournament last year on our walk-off against them. So, to tie the game. So, Katie, it'd be top-notch if you guys got a grand slam against us.
Who is the best deep kicker in the league?
The Best deep kicker.
The best
in the league?
deep kicker. Who kicked? Cougar. We know it's not you. You don't kick. You're retired. We all know. You tell us every second of every game.
It's either Simon or Lou.
Yeah,
it has to be.
I'd say that there's
Simon,
two
Lou.
at the top of the list
I think
that
I
they
agree.
can go out and tell you where they're going to kick it 9 times out of 10 and put it there.
Absolutely.
And then there's the rest of the league.
I don't
who
know.
can kick-
Pat with his lefty foot though is no joke too.
Yeah,
it comes off.
Don't
his
forget
foot.
about my boy Corey on Honey Badgers. That boy got a leg.
He's got to do it in front of a lot of people before we all know about him.
True.
Well, once again, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this week. Thank you to all of the defending champions representing the cup, Angela the Impaler Finch, representing the Twain, Kenny Killa 4K's Caberline.
Four, not three.
Representing the Diana Plate, Seth Super Sports Sanchez.
I just want to play Corksuckers in week 10.
That's because
I want to ref again. Let me ref, please.
That's
that was
because
such a good game. That was such a good game.
Seth, that's because he does not want to play the defending boot champions, the Poshwash Filthy Animals, in week 2. Signing off, Cougar. Take us out. Good night and good luck.
This shit is crazy.